Hey, Sharnold.
Yeah, Zach.
I have a question. You know how much I love hitting the waters and going surfing. There's two things I love in this life, and you know this. We've talked about this before. I love surfing, and I also love finding planets for a giant purple person to eat. Are there any Marvel characters who might relate to either of these activities, and preferably one we've talked about very recently? Go, random bullshit, go! Well, when you put it like that, I don't have an argument for you.
Depending on what year it is and who's writing the story.
God. Spoiler alert.
Delicious.
That's thematically confusing. I liked it more the other way when it was fuck balls crazy.
What was the point of any of this?
I don't fucking know.
Yay!
Yay! Hey everybody, welcome to the Doombots Marvel podcast. We're your Doombots. I'm Zach.
And I'm Sharnold.
And this is the best Marvel podcast on the internet.
Depending on how you define best.
It's never how you define internet.
What?
I'm just throwing that. Like, what if somebody watches this on their TV? I guess they'd have to watch it through the internet. Or what if they read a transcript that someone printed out for them?
Okay.
Okay, I would argue that we are the best Marvel podcast that anyone has ever transcribed and then printed out and then handed to somebody else to read.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I don't know if anyone's done that. I just was thinking about it. I don't know why that struck me.
Yeah.
But we're also the best Marvel podcast on the internet.
Depending on how you define best.
And how do you define best this week?
With the power cosmic.
Ah. So we're talking about some more cosmic.
Well, we talked about Galactus last time.
And it went really well. Totally coherent.
And you begged me to not talk any more about Galactus, and so we're just going to talk about his herald, the Silver Surfer.
And Galactus isn't going to come up at all.
Oh, there's absolutely no way that the character who is most intimately tied to this character will come up again in our conversation of the other character.
As long as you promise. I actually have very warm memories of Silver Surfer.
Yeah?
When I was a kid, and I have I have these memories that come back to me sometimes. I think it's because I drank so much in college. Mm-hmm. But a lot of my
That's
memories...
why you have memories?
No. It's why the memories present themselves the way that they do to me.
Oh, okay.
I have memories of my childhood. The way people in movies come out of amnesia comas, where they're just brief flashes, and you're like, oh, I have an image of this thing, but I had no context to it or real strong feeling of when or why, but just...
It sounds like you've been mind wiped.
It feels like that, but again, and I have, but it's just Jack Daniels, not magic or anything else. No, but I have a very fond memory, specifically a memory of being up in a cabin in Big Bear that my parents have. Mm-hmm. When I was very little, like 5 to 7, somewhere in there. And I had a fully articulated, beautiful Silver Surfer action figure.
Oh.
And it was like that plastic chrome kind of thing. And I loved it. And my dad really liked Silver Surfer as a character. I think just because he genuinely just likes surfing. And he likes there's 2 characters he loves. One is Silver Surfer and one is Doctor Strange. And he loves Doctor Strange because his name is Steven. And my dad's name is Steven, and I think that's... And they both used to have the same weird facial hair. And he loves Silver Surfer because my dad loves surfing.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
If you know my dad, it definitely does.
I like Spider-Man because I love sticky stuff.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
you like the characters that share your interests.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway, moving on very quickly from that.
So this movie did come out.
What? What? I don't even know what verb.
This movie did come out.
No. No.
Well, because
you can't repeat the craziest fucking sentence.
Because right now it hasn't come out yet, but by the time this episode goes live, it will have come out yesterday.
Yeah. So the movie did come out.
Right. And so
anyway.
Shala Ball is in the movie.
Okay.
The Silver Surfer, Shala Ball.
Okay.
The well-known Marvel character Shala Ball, the Silver Surfer.
Shala Ball?
Shala Ball.
And that's I believe in the comics, isn't she called Lady Silver Surfer Lass? Is that how they did it with her?
Yeah. No, she's Silver Surfer's... well, she used to be Silver Surfer's one and only one true love. She's not anymore.
Well, then that doesn't feel like that's an accurate title at any point. She
was. Well, for 60 years, she was.
Yeah, that's a pretty good run, I guess.
And they live hundreds of years, their species, the Zenlavians, so, like, for centuries in their time.
So I think we need to back up. What is the Silver Surfer? Now, I know we talked about this briefly last episode.
Silver Surfer is one of Marvel's more famous characters, I think, just because his concept is sort of like in the sci-fi ethos.
Right.
Even if you're not familiar with any of like the details of his character.
Which not one person is.
Right, but silver naked guy on surfboard flies through space.
No, it's awesome. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
No, but so he, as we talked about last episode, he's the Herald of Galactus.
Right. He finds planets for Galactus to eat.
Right. And then eventually stops doing that.
Yes, which we can talk about today with details and stuff.
Okay, cool. Before he became the Silver Surfer, the original, the male, the guy,
right.
What was his name?
Norrin Rad with 2 Ds.
Norrin Rad. And he's a Zenlavian?
Yes, he is from the planet Zenla.
Zenla, okay. Are they silver?
No.
Okay, so is that part of the transformation when you become the Herald?
Galactus made it for him so that he wouldn't die when he goes into space.
Made it? It's a suit? Or
it's a substance.
Oh, okay. It's not.
It coats his entire body, including his insides.
Okay. Okay, so he doesn't. But he doesn't transform into silver himself. Like it is. It was a foreign thing.
Correct. His humanoid form is non-malleable.
Okay. And
his board is fully malleable, though.
Okay. And it can fly through space.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he can turn it into, like, anything.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean by it's fully malleable.
Gotcha,
yeah, like
gotcha.
he with his mind connection to his board, he can turn it into anything, including pure energy, which will come up at some point today, probably, if we talk about the things I plan to talk about.
Okay. And so when Shalabal...
Mm-hmm. That's his girlfriend.
That's his girlfriend.
From Zenla.
From Zenla. His girlfriend or wife?
I don't believe... No, they never actually got married.
I mean, do they even have marriage ceremonies on Zenla?
They do, I think. Yeah, because there was a time where they thought about getting married, but then didn't. Because he was going to be away a lot, heralding for Galactus and whatnot.
Yes. I can see how those important conversations to have before marrying. Not the problem. I love the problem is you're going to be gone a lot. Not you're going to be helping a thing eat entire planets.
Yeah.
Like your involvement in something that is horrible is not the defining thing there.
So the whole reason that Surfer became the Herald was to try to find planets that didn't have people on it.
Right.
Now, he failed to do that. And was tortured with guilt, and so that's why Galactus removed all of his emotions and memories, and that's why in Silver Surfer's actual first appearance, he doesn't understand humans or emotions,
right?
Because he didn't yet have the backstory of actually just being a person.
And having all of the emotions removed from him, beneficial to his relationship with Shalabal, or
no, by this time he assumed Shalabal was long dead.
Why?
Well, because at the time Zenlavians hadn't yet been retconned into being centuries old people who lived forever.
Got it. My favorite part of that exchange that we just had was you try. I could see it in your eyes. You're like, how can I justify this?
Right. No, I was like, there has to be a real explanation, right?
But there isn't. It's just that. I guess I'm going to have to just say that then.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Well, no, here's the thing. He knew that he had to leave her behind when he became the Silver Surfer. And so he allowed himself to fully let go of all of his connections to Zenla. And so as such, he lived his life assuming everyone there was dead.
Okay, gotcha.
It was like a internal
Coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Now that's all, reading in between the lines.
Sure. So he was Herald for a while.
Yes, and the amount of time is unknown.
Okay.
Sometimes it's millennia. Silver Surfer likes to throw around the word millennia a lot, but I don't think he doesn't know what that means.
Okay.
Yes, because
millennia, many years.
Yes,
multi years.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
So here's an interesting thing that is
it's been like 24 years. It's like. Oh.
So one of the interesting things that people point to declare definitively that Silver Surfer can't have been Galactus's herald for more than 500 years is that Galactus came to Earth during Galileo's lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And Galileo built a device that stole one day of life from everyone on Earth and shot it at Galactus, and he left. And when Galactus came here during that time, he had a different herald.
Okay. I have more problems with everything you just said there than I in good conscience can even bring up.
Do you know about the missing day?
What?
I think this is an apocryphal thing and not a real thing, but...
okay, let me stop you. Yes.
Apparently, when we switched over from pre-Gregorian to Gregorian calendars, if you look at the way that they track time, there's a day missing.
Okay.
And so the idea was that day, the missing day, is what powered Galileo's gun to shoot Galactus.
No. Okay.
And so I don't know if the missing day is
even if that
like
story of
like a Dan Brown kind of like.
I don't care.
Here's my thing: is that a fully Marvel thing, or is that based on some other type of myth?
I imagine that there is, historically speaking, something weird like that.
Yeah.
Because the calendar's nonsense. The calendar is just shoved together nonsense.
Right.
But my point is that even if there were a missing day, historically speaking, and again, I don't know if that's true or not. It is essentially an accounting error. It is essentially they went from one system to another system. Those systems didn't line up, and so the imaginary numbers that we have assigned to imaginary days, or real days, didn't line up.
Right,
and so people lost a day in that the calendar did not reflect a day that they lived.
The way that you lose a day during daylight saving, or a day, you lose an hour during daylight savings time.
Yeah. Or there's that extra day every year, except for every 20 years. There's some weird thing where like every exponent number of years you don't do the
leap year.
I don't care. I don't care. My point is that there's a big leap between that and somehow siphoning the life energy of that day from everyone on the planet. That's fucking crazy.
Well, that's the difference between the real world and the Marvel Universe. Very minor difference between the real world and the Marvel Universe.
I don't even think that makes sense to the sort. I mean, it doesn't make any sense at all. But like if you attribute that to like Da Vinci, right? Who we already know is up to starting S.H.I.E.L.D., I think.
Yeah, in 1942.
Oh my god. Okay. But Galileo was largely just a cosmos guy.
Yeah, well, Galactus is from the cosmos.
Okay, that brings me to another question real quick. And I know that I am the one who didn't want to talk about Galactus. Every time I see him in comics, he's just sort of... I mean, it feels like his size is real inconsistent.
It definitely is.
Okay. How does he travel around the cosmos?
Okay, so he's got a world ship called Ta-2 named after his planet. And then he's got oh my God, 2 seconds ago I had it in my mind and now I don't. He's got a little sphere that he moves around in when he's not in his world ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
That disappoints me.
Sorry.
It's okay. It just was Silver Surfer surfing around.
Yeah.
I kind of just liked to imagine Galactus just sort of swimming through outer space. like
propelling himself with his limbs.
And no ship or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just sort of moving from planet to planet like a dolphin.
Mm-hmm.
Just like space is his ocean.
That would be quite an image. But it
doesn't make less sense than any other thing that has happened.
No, it just doesn't happen to be how he travels.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So Galactus. So wait,
Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer doesn't get to ride in the world ship?
No. He rides outside it.
I mean, that's like driving somewhere and then having your personal valet just hold a rope on a fucking skateboard behind your car.
Let's get this part out of the way. The way that Silver Surfer and Galactus move throughout the cosmos is inconsistent and inconceivable.
Okay.
Just the distances that they travel to other places, but then also come back to Earth, but then also go to new places that they haven't been. Like it just doesn't make sense.
I mean, to be fair though, again, no one at Marvel knows how far away anything is from
No,
Earth.
they don't. Zenlaw is in the Milky Way galaxy.
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't mean anything.
So there's an alternate universe where Shalabal is Silver Surfer instead of Norrin Rad.
There's an alternate. Oh, it's an alternate universe.
Yes, it's called Earth X. It's one of the more famous alternate universes because it has a large mythos to it, and there was a lot of exploration about things like the Celestials and the Inhumans and the mutants and their purpose and how they were connected that was explored in the Earth X.
Have we talked
world.
about Earth X?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But it was explored in that reality before it was explored in the real reality. So, sorry, in 616
No, I know what you mean.
reality.
Yeah.
In that universe, Franklin Richards is Galactus, or Franklin Richards becomes the new Galactus. And I think it would be really cool if that happens in First Steps. Because we know that she's pregnant.
Shit.
But we haven't actually seen Franklin in any of the trailers.
Right.
So,
well, I mean, if she's pregnant the whole time.
Yeah. But you know.
That would be interesting. So, okay. And Shalabal.
Mm-hmm.
So, is Shalabal Silver Surfer in 616 at any point?
No.
Oh.
She's just his lover.
Okay. That is weird. So, is First Steps not set in 616?
Oh, it absolutely isn't. We know that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not just the past. It's not just the 60s of 616. It is a different universe. Now, this is MCU 616, obviously.
Right. Yes.
Obviously, it's not set in comic 616.
Right.
What a ridiculous question that would be.
Yeah. It's okay. There's so many numbers that exist. Okay, so do you think that's possible then that Franklin Richards would be Galactus? Because that feels like such a weird thing to include before actually introducing Galactus.
Yeah, I just think it would be cool.
How does Franklin become Galactus in Earth X?
Well, he has reality warping powers.
Right.
So he
makes himself
warps himself
Galactus?
into right, because you know how the universe needs a Galactus.
Yeah.
So Galactus died, and he was like, "Oh, we need a new Galactus. I guess I'll be Galactus."
And do you know how Galactus died that time around?
I don't remember.
Okay. So Shalabal just by happenstance decided to take on the role of Silver Surfer instead of Norrin Rad.
That's correct. Yes.
Fuck yes. Okay. So that's very interesting. Because didn't one of the recent movies end with the Fantastic Four in the post-credits scene?
Yeah, Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts did. Okay.
Yeah, but we only see their ship. We don't. That's all we see.
Got it.
Yeah.
But we know that they have to be coming into the 616 because they're in.
I mean, it would be really weird for their ship to have entered the 616 without them being inside of it.
Right.
But, who knows?
And
Maybe all that's inside of it is a baby Franklin Richards. Maybe that's the only thing that escaped the universe.
Okay. But, all that, and they definitively are in not Doom Patrol. Doomsday?
Is that what it's called?
Avengers Doomsday, I think?
Secret Wars.
It's not called Secret Wars. I think it's called Doomsday.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
You want to know one of the sexism is bad, and there's lots of it in old comics.
Well, I'm glad that you're taking a stance. Sexism, bad.
All right, and one of the comics that I wanted to talk about today, specifically...
And when you say old comics, you mean also comics now and for always?
Yeah, but they were worse in the 60s.
Sure.
Specifically in terms of sexism.
I mean, it also depends on how you define sexism, because, like, Gen 13 existed, and Starfire dressed as a French prostitute or whatever.
Not sexual exploitation, but
like women
literal. Women have no agency and are only here to be protected.
Gotcha.
So here's a quote that I wrote down just because of how much it just bothered me that anyone, especially Stan Lee, wrote this. But
this is from what?
This is Fantastic Four, like 62-ish or so.
Okay.
Which we'll get to in a minute.
Great time for women in general.
Yeah. So Reed is thinking, there's more to this than a casual phenomenon of nature, but I mustn't let Sue become alarmed. He's thinking that. And then he says, Ben, you're just imagining things. And Ben says, imagining things? Who the blazes do you think you're, oh. And then Ben thinks in his head, he knows blamed well what the score is, but he don't want to upset Susie's. I should have figured that.
Okay.
He talks like a 1960s
person with a head injury.
It's how Thing talks. But they specifically don't tell Sue that there is danger because they're worried about her, despite the fact that she is the strongest of them. Specifically, also the one with a force field.
Who could protect. Yeah.
And so then Reed's like, let's just go to the Hamptons. Ha ha ha. It's been so long since we've had a getaway. And so he takes her to the Hamptons to get away from the danger. And
I mean, to be fair, though, in the world of Marvel sexism, at least that is a male character concerned for a female character, as opposed to slapping the fuck out of her.
That's better. Yeah. Better to be overly concerned than to hit. Yes.
That's Pym, right?
That's Pym.
Or just saying something offensive like, why are you on this team? Where's my sandwich? Right?
Yeah.
Which I guarantee you is a direct quote from at least one
somewhere.
comic. Yes.
Somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, to make the Hank Pym Janet thing worse.
Just make it worse.
Yeah, when they met, she was 14.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah.
How old?
I just found that out recently. Well, he was a man, and she was 14. I didn't realize she was supposed to be that young. By the time she was the Wasp and they began a relationship, she was 18. But he met her when she was 14.
The term is groomed. Groomed her. What in the Dane Cook bullshit is that? Oh my god. And so how old was Silver Surfer? How old was Shalaval?
Well.
What? What do you mean well? What do you mean well? I was making a joke and trying to get things back on track. What do you mean well?
She's known him since he was a kid.
Okay. Well, was she also a kid?
No.
Okay, so it's like an opposite Hank Pym situation.
But their species is centuries long lived, and so what time and adolescence and stuff means is who even knows?
It's sort of like the joke in Parks and Rec when Ron Swanson, Tammy One, was his teacher and the person who taught him how to drive, and Candy Striper at the hospital when he was born. It's still weird, though. There's still, like, you're allowed to date whoever you want if they are of legal age and willing and of agents, all those caveats to things. But it's fucking gross when you knew it when they were a kid. It's just gross. It's gross and weird, and I hate it.
Yeah.
It's gross and weird, and I hate it. And anybody who says it isn't is wrong, and probably has some weird shit going on, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like it.
Okay. Well, let's stop talking about it then.
Well, it just...
you've gotten it in your head now, and you can't get it out because it's literally upsetting you.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually true. Going back to the original part of this, the sexism and Hank Pym.
Yes.
Like, why does that happen? Why do they write weird shit like that?
Deadlines?
I guess. Or, like...
I mean, we know for a fact that when Hank hits Jan, it is specifically a miscommunication between the writer and the artist.
And I get that. But the other thing isn't.
I only recently...
No, he drew her like a kid. I guess he's a pedophile now. Oops.
I only recently found out about the age thing, and I don't know the history behind it.
By the way, I've never been under such a deadline that I've accidentally made someone a pedophile. Which is
that's quite a
strange sentence.
I've done some crazy things under deadlines, but never accidentally made someone a pedophile.
Forced someone to be a pedophile. No, okay.
All right,
so let's. I know. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but let's talk. Let's pull it back from pedophiles and talk less about pedophiles.
As my traditional transition goes. So, anyway.
The easiest one to edit between. I think we need to have a bank of just so anyways.
Okay, so I want to talk a little bit more about Silver Surfer's first appearance and then about his second appearance, because there's some cool stuff there.
Okay.
That we didn't go into last time when we talked about Galactus' first appearance, which is also Silver Surfer's first appearance. This was implied when I talked about how Alicia taught him about beauty and opening up to emotions and whatnot.
Definitely remember that.
Alicia Masters, Ben Grimm's girlfriend.
You know what's so funny? I really wasn't being sarcastic. It sounded like it, and I very genuinely forgot most of what we talked about. But no, like, he got knocked out of the thing, and he landed in a coincidentally nearby apartment that happened to be Ben Grimm's girlfriend.
Yeah.
What is she the one whose dad is the doll maker or whatever? Puppet Master.
Yeah.
That's why her popped into my head there for
last
some reason.
name is Masters, Alicia Masters, because he's the puppet master.
What's his real name?
Philip Masters.
Oh. I didn't even think about that. P Master. Oh, fuck everyone at Marvel Comics. I'm sorry. Oh, god damn it to hell.
So blind sculptress and Ben Grimm's girlfriend, Alicia Masters, blind
sculptress.
It's an important part of her character.
Oh, I thought that was like her superhero name.
I mean, it's her job.
Okay.
like she is a professional sculptress.
She's blind?
She's also blind. Yeah. So she teaches Silver Surfer about like emotion and heroism and beauty and stuff. And so he turns on Galactus, and he specifically says, quote, "For the first time ever, Galactus, you can't eat this world. It's filled with so much beauty." And Galactus is like, "I'm already here, though."
I'm tired. It's like when you have been driving a long time and like the only restaurant is like shit food. You're like, I shouldn't do this, but I'm hungry and there's not another place for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna have to shit in a bucket in the car, I guess.
So they fight for a while.
That. We've all shit in buckets in cars. I'm not alone on that.
No, that was a very normal sentence.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. I got lots of them today.
So Silver Surfer fights Galactus for a while, which is what buys Johnny Storm enough time to get the ultimate nullifier. Uatu sends him on a mission through space to find it.
Couldn't just give it to
No,
him?
that would have been interfering.
Hold on.
He specifically says, I can't go get it myself because that would be interfering, but Johnny, I
I
can.
can send you on a mission to go do it?
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
I'm pretty sure that in Watcher culture, only physically touching something is interference.
Oh my God.
Like he's allowed to talk to him all he wants. Because he does it all the time.
I mean, just the worst scientific conditions.
But he very rarely actually touches anything. So, that's not non-interference. I didn't touch it.
But also, a lot of the times he does.
Well, sometimes. No, I'm not going to say a lot of the times he touches. That we're getting back to the pedophile thing.
That's not what I was thinking about. A lot of the time he touches. Sometimes he just likes to watch.
So anyway, when Galactus leaves, he banishes the Silver Surfer to Earth, and he erects a barrier around the Earth so that Silver Surfer cannot leave Earth, and he is trapped on Earth.
Got it.
That's a huge part of his story arc.
But he still has like all of his
He still has all his powers.
And everything?
He has the
He's
power
cosmically
cosmic.
powerful?
He has specifically the power cosmic, which is specifically the universal creation force. It's like the thing that created the universe.
Okay.
He can do anything. Like literally, he can rearrange matter.
Okay.
There's really no limit to what he can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I feel he's not mentioned very frequently in lists of like super powerful characters.
He should be. He's
Okay.
He might be the most powerful terrestrial character.
Gotcha.
Right? Like he's no eternity.
Right.
Or the one above all, but
Right.
Like,
but in terms of like street level or like Earth.
Yeah.
Like
in terms of humans.
What about like against like the Void or Century or something like that?
That would be a tough one, but he has beaten the Void before.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. He and the Sentry combined forces to beat the Void. So
I'm not even gonna get into how that makes sense, but that's fine.
So the next thing that happens to Silver Surfer
After he's been exiled to Earth,
right?
So
he's stuck on Earth and he's flying around and he's lonely and he's sad because he can't be in space like he wants to be. At this point in time, he still never was a human.
Oh,
we still
at
haven't.
this point in time in the publication
Correct.
history. Okay,
His backstory is still he's just an avatar that Galactus created out of nothing. And is learning about humanity for the first time as he
I like that more,
explores the world. Oh, it's so much better.
Yeah.
And anyway, he's walking around or flying around, and he gets a summon from His Royal Highness, Dr. Doom. Invites him to the castle of Latveria.
Okay.
And he's like, "Ooh, this is the first time I've received a royal summons before." And so he goes, and they're walking around, and this is one of...
I mean, when a weird fucking thing happens, it would make sense that it's the first time you've ever gotten that, I guess.
Yes. So this is one of the comics where Doom is at his most evil, which is very difficult to justify for those of us who don't want to see him as a villain. But basically, he shows Silver Surfer a picture of space, and Silver Surfer gets really distracted, like longing for the spaceways. And so Doom is able to sneak up behind him and hit him with a zapper thing. Like, it looks like the charge paddles that you hit.
The defibrillators?
Yeah. But he puts it on his head and steals the power cosmic.
Okay.
And so Doom is now fully... He steals all of the Silver Surfer's powers.
I remember... I wrote a listicle once about all the worst things that Doom did.
Yes.
And I knew that he stole the power cosmic, but I could not remember the context of it.
This is the
I
context.
didn't know he distracted him with a picture of space.
It was like a live feed from one of his satellites.
Oh, okay. That makes it better.
It wasn't like a drawn painting of space.
I mean, it's not that much better. For fuck's sake. That's just That's just pathetic all around. Like, even though it worked, Doom should have not thought that would work. Like, that's one of those things that is only okay because it worked out.
Well,
if that hadn't worked out, everyone would be like, what the fuck were you thinking?
What I know, knowing Doom, understanding the way that Victor thinks, is that there was a better elaborate scheme available. Showing Surfer the picture of space was just like step one in a very elaborate plan. But the moment, when he noticed, that Silver was so entranced, he was adapted. Exactly. Yeah, took advantage of the opportunity.
Rapid, spontaneous, adaptive decision making.
That wasn't his full plan.
Yeah.
So anyway, he goes and he beats up the Fantastic Four, and this is the threat that Reed and Ben try to hide from Sue. Which is where that quote comes from. And this is the comic called Doomsday, because he is the most powerful thing on the planet. And he's going to kill them all. Interesting,
because Fantastic Four are in Doomsday. And, I mean, I know who the fuck knows what the plot line is going to be. Mm-hmm. There are 240 characters or something like that?
I doubt it will involve Doctor Doom stealing the power cosmic, but maybe.
Who the fuck knows? Yeah. I mean, there's tons of weird shit happening.
Yeah. So he's gonna kill them all, but then he's like, the Fantastic Four.
Oh, okay.
But he's like, no, I'm gonna let you live, knowing that at any moment I might kill you, and you're gonna have to live with that torture.
I will say, regardless of whether you think that Doom is a villain or an anti-hero, or how evil he might be, even his staunchest supporters will admit he's a petty bitch. He's a petty bitch.
Oh, damn straight.
Like the thing about where he saved Reed's daughter and then forced her to name her after him,
Valeria.
Yeah, just so that every time he looked at his daughter, he'd be reminded that he saved her and Reed couldn't. And I'm pretty sure Reed was like, I don't care, fine, yeah, whatever. It only mattered to Doom. It feels. Anyway, sorry.
So the way they eventually beat him is that Reed zaps him with his anti-cosmic flying wing.
Yeah, that's right. I remember. Oh God, I hate that so much. It just, how did you beat him? I just made a thing that was the opposite of the thing that he had.
Well, it's not exactly that. So he made that thing. It was strong enough to hurt him, even though he had the power cosmic, and it was something that flew. So it kind of snuck up behind him and zapped him, and then flew off. And Doom chased it, and it went into outer space, and Doom continued to try to chase it into space, and he hit the barrier Galactus had erected that Silver Surfer can't go through. And that was the end of the comic.
Okay.
There was a big explosion in the atmosphere, and the comic is over. So what happened to Doom, we don't know, except we find out later in the pages of Daredevil.
What?
Yeah.
Why Daredevil?
Who the fuck knows? So, what I thought would have been really cool is if, when he hit the barrier, he just kind of landed in New York, and, Daredevil found him as just, a guy, and, they had a cool interaction. That's not what happened. When he touched the barrier, briefly, he was able to commune with Galactus, and Galactus noticed that it wasn't Norrin Rad, so he just sent him back to his castle in Latveria and took the power away. So then
that implies a level of control that is
Galactus is the one who gave Silver Surfer the power cosmic.
Not the taking the cosmic power back, but being able to teleport him to Latveria feels like a real specific level of terrestrial control.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. I'm just saying it feels like if Galactus was bored, he could just send people places.
He totally could. Okay. I mean, Galactus is unfathomably powerful, and by unfathomably, I mean we don't know what he could do.
Right? Yeah, we figured that out because no one understands it.
So, what Doom does, he decides he's going to get vengeance on the Fantastic Four.
What for?
Because they tricked him into losing the power cosmic.
Because he was attacking. Again, the level of pettiness.
So the way he's going to do it, he's going to mind swap with Matt Murdock so that he can sneak into their headquarters unnoticed and take them down from the inside. Now, here's the thing.
Okay.
We know that Doom knows how to mind swap because in like his third appearance, he was trapped out in space and we thought he was gone forever. But in his next appearance, we learned that the Ovoids, which are a space race, taught him how to do mind swaps and sent him back to Earth. And he mind swapped with Reed. So like just by looking at you, one of Doom's powers is to mind swap with you because the Ovoids taught him that way long ago.
So why mind swap with Matt Murdock?
And why did he build a machine to do it? He went to New York, captured Matt Murdock, brought him back to Latveria, used a machine.
Why? 'Cause the writer knew that he could do mind swaps, but didn't understand how. Whoever it was.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, it doesn't, though, because someone should catch... I get it. Deadlines. I get it. But
Also, Stan Lee writing everything. Stan Lee editing everything. Stan Lee's assistant hasn't been hired yet, right? And there is, like, in the second issue of Spider-Man, they call him Peter Palmer. Multiple times, like not a typo. Like in that issue, Stan thought his name was Peter Palmer. Like there are lots of early errors like that are just attributed to Stan was doing everything and sometimes he'd forget shit.
How has that never come up?
I don't know, because it's a meaningless mistake. It's just kind of a funny one.
I think what makes that funnier to me is in retrospect.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Parker is one of the most famous names in all of comics.
But not at the time.
No, I know, but like most characters, like a lot of characters call him Parker.
Yes, yeah.
And so like the fact that Stan just that's something with a P, I don't fucking know. Like the idea that Stan's editorial stance was that's probably fine. That's probably right. I'm not gonna even take a second to just think it over. That's Palmer, and he needs a machine to face swap. Despite the fact that I wrote all these things.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So the way that Daredevil defeats him,
getting the main character's name wrong is fucking crazy. Like,
yeah. But I mean, there were like 20 characters at this point.
It's not a deep cut lore where you have to go back and figure it out.
But it's not just it because he wasn't just writing Spider-Man, right? He was writing X-Men, Avengers, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, Daredevil.
And I get that. That's fine. Take 1 minute to read the previous comic. It would be like if he called him Arachnid Man just randomly. He's like, I don't know, it's fucking something to do with a spider.
So the way that Daredevil beat Doom in this situation is
So
that now that Daredevil is in Doom's body, while Doom is making his way to the Fantastic Four, Daredevil is like, generals, come to me. I declare war on everyone. Go attack everyone. And they're like, well, if we attack everyone, we'll probably lose. And he's like, that's okay. I'm Doom. You do what I say. Just go attack everyone. And Doom found out, and he's like, oh shit. What
did he think was going to happen?
Well, he had locked Matt in Doom's body in a cell, but he didn't take the Dr. Doom garb off. So when a random guy came by, Matt in Doom's body was just like, hey, get me out of here. I'm your Lord Doom.
I gotta tell you, for as undeniably intelligent as Doom is,
yeah,
it's surprising how many of his plans are foiled by him being a complete dipshit.
You're not wrong.
I mean, all of them? Like all of them. Other than the ones where he voluntarily was like, you know what? I won. Here, I give up, which happens a surprising amount.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I proved what I needed to prove. And you're like, okay. So you just don't want to be God anymore, I guess? Or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Every other plan is, I really, really fucked that up. That was the dumbest thing I could have done, and I did it spectacularly badly.
Yeah.
Okay, so Silver Surfer got his powers back?
Yeah.
So Galactus gave them back to him. Okay.
Okay, so then... so right after that is when the new Silver Surfer comic starts. And so the first issue, we get his origin.
Which is the...
Galactus came to Zenlaw, and he was like, I'll be your herald if you don't eat it. And in the third issue, we get introduced to a new character who recently joined the MCU, who is a major sex character.
What?
Mephisto.
No, I think you misread that. Nope, you didn't. That is the name. I don't think it's. I think you got some of the pronunciation. I think you're hitting the wrong syllables. I think it's Mephisto.
Mephisto.
I don't think he fists things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but he could. He's very powerful.
Oh no. Well, look. If you try hard enough, look, that's not the point.
Anyways, the third issue of Silver Surfer's brand new series introduced Mephisto. And what Mephisto did, Mephisto saw Silver Surfer, and he's like, oh, he's such a noble soul. I gotta fuck him up.
Mephisto's just pure evil, right?
Yes.
Like, there's no redeemable thing about Mephisto.
No, he is the devil. And
I get that, but like a lot of times they'll have like a character who is evil but complicated.
His goal is to get enough souls corrupted so that his army is strong enough so that he can win when the final judgment comes. Like, he just is the devil.
Okay, got it. Okay.
And he's worried that Silver Surfer's nobility will inspire mankind, right? So he won't get as many souls. So what he does is he goes to Zenlaw and he gets Shalabal. Okay. And he's like, Norin Rad is alive on Earth. So here's a spaceship and let's go back to Earth. And then Shalabal is like, but you just teleported here. Why do we need a spaceship? He's like, don't question my plans.
Solid point. Shalabal makes a solid point.
And but they get in the spaceship and they travel to Earth and they get there just in time for her to notice Silver Surfer saved some lady and she kissed him. And Shalabal arrives just in time to notice that. And Mephisto's like, my machination.
And Shalabal thinks...
well, Shalabal at first is, she has a whole inner monologue about the torment of her love lost and found and lost again and that sort of thing. But then there's a whole like war thing going on. And the ship gets destroyed and Shalabal's dying and Silver Surfer discovers her dying and is again like, oh, my love lost, found, and lost. And
in this iteration of him, where we have discovered his backstory and it's his solo, does he have emotions again?
Yes.
Fully?
Yeah, like meeting Alicia apparently restored all of his emotions and memories, though it took a little bit. It took a couple months on Earth before that happened.
Okay.
But anyway, despite having the power cosmic and having proved many times before that one of the things he can do is heal people, he was like, her injuries are beyond even me. The only way to save her is with the good technology in Zenlaw, and Earth medicine is no good for her, so I must send her away, and I can't leave because of the stupid barrier, so love lost and found and lost, and...
I mean, that sounds like some bullshit.
It was pretty bullshitty.
That sounds like Silver Surfer was having a good old time being Silver Surfer, and he didn't need this Ex-wife coming in. Oh, no, you're so hurt. I wish there was something I could do, but there is not, so you must return to your home planet to live, and I will have to stay here with all of these ladies, loving it when I do a good job. Oh, truly, my life is so tragic and awful, and you understand it. Goodbye now.
Those are his exact words. It's just I interpreted that as genuine sorrow, but maybe you didn't interpret it that way.
It does not sound like it from the fact that it seems like he very clearly does not need earth medicine.
No, I mean, it's a complete nonsensical story beat, but...
Yep.
What you gonna do?
No, you're so hurt. I would come with you, but there's this barrier.
Oh, and there's
just take my word for it. I mean, who would know better than me? I'm the Silver Surfer. You just have to go back to Zenlar. Drats! Curse you!
Zenlaw is a utopia, like at the height of science, I guess. You know,
sure.
like they can do anything basically, and that was ironically, Norrin Rad is the only Zenlavian who has ever been unhappy, or, you know, in recent memories. And he was like, we didn't earn any of this, and we don't work hard, and I wish that I could, I don't know, like go to space or something. and then that
feels very anti-socialist.
No, it was very strange because he has that wish, and then Galactus comes, and Galactus is like, if I had a herald to find me other planets, I wouldn't have to eat you, but I don't, so I'm just gonna have to eat you. And then Norrin's like, I'll be your herald. And Galactus is like, fine, I guess. And it's like this all really worked out.
They both use like a faux doublespeak to get what they want. Oh, no, honey, I'm sorry. Look, I would stay here obviously, I love it, but, like, he's gonna eat us all, and so, like, I gotta go travel around the world saving ladies. At first, I was like, well, that's not fair that she interrupted him. Like, not interrupt him, but, like, she's gonna judge him because she came in this moment when he was being kissed by somebody.
Right.
But then later I realized, like, oh, no, he does that. I mean, if they had Me Too at the time, Silver Surfer's getting Me Too. I'm just saying. Not like Weinstein, but like the creepy boss who was like, well, if you want that promotion, if you want this giant boulder not falling you, I'm gonna need some kisses.
That's what I've always thought about the Silver Surfer. He's a creepy sex man.
Perv.
Yeah.
I mean, he does fly around fully naked. Like,
yeah.
Already that seems problematic.
Yeah. All right, so
he's shiny, so it's like not just having, you know that thing where you have sex with a mirror above you?
Yes,
but it's like
I do know about
sex
that.
with the mirror.
Yes.
So it's like extra
kinky.
Good. Oh, yeah, good. I mean, anytime I have sex with the mirror, I just get sad.
So, speaking of...
That may be revealed. Look, you know those jokes sometimes where you make a joke and you went,
just hit too close to
that got real close to the bone.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that joke. I don't like that joke that I made and voluntarily chose to say. All right,
so I want to go over a couple major key points that are either funny or weird or something about Silver Surfer.
Sure.
Okay, so the first one is...
Oh, sorry. In his solo...
Yeah.
Does he just, like, fight bad guys and street level crime and shit
He
like
just
that?
goes around Earth exploring and fighting whoever he comes upon.
Okay, so it's like a Thor thing where it's like... or not Thor, but, like... He's not doing cosmic shit. He's just like...
No, not for the first many, many years.
He's just another superhero whose power is like crazy
right.
magic cosmic shit.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
And he does join the Defenders, which is Stephen Strange, the Hulk, Submariner, and Silver Surfer.
Okay.
The first iteration of the Defenders.
I was thinking like the street level ones is like
no.
the TV show. And I was like, I feel that Silver Surfer is
not
really overqualified for this team.
But sometimes they do cosmic stuff, and when that happens, it's because Stephen Strange teleported them into space, and so he didn't have to go through the barrier.
Okay. Okay.
And then
feels like that's a real workaround. Like,
yeah,
like you could just have him do that at any point.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then,
or maybe it's like you need a chaperone, like a hall pass. Sort of like, yeah, you can get teleported past that, but you're gonna have to come back with me. I can't just leave you out here. You're gonna come back right away.
Yeah. So eventually, how he gets through the barrier, which he's tried millions and millions of times, millions and millions of ways, and then Ben Grimm, in like an offhanded joke, was just like, "Have you ever tried not using your surfboard to get through it?" And then then he was like, "Well, no, I always travel with my surfboard." And then Reed's like, "Well, we got a spaceship if you want to try that."
He hadn't thought of spaceship,
and that worked just fine.
Fucking A.
But
I'm not even like that's not even like a logical error. That feels like a thing that feels like a thing that I could imagine happening. Where you're like, "Oh, have you ever tried this?" And you're like, "Oh, fuck." Jesus Christ. No, I didn't think of that.
And so then he turns his board into pure energy, and as pure energy, it's able to pass through the barrier because it doesn't have a physical form. And so now he's just on the other side of the barrier and fine.
But couldn't he have just done that?
Yeah, but he didn't actually do it until the early 90s, maybe late 80s.
Okay.
And so then he saves Galactus from the Elders of the Universe.
Sure.
And so Galactus removes the barrier. And so from then on, he's like a space guy.
Not an Elder of the Universe if he's the first creature of the universe.
So the Elders of the Universe are specifically people who are the last member of their species. And they each got together and agreed to be obsessed with one singular thing. This isn't...
Okay, guys. Okay, listen. We're all here. What are we going to become obsessed with? It's got to be something. We can't be a secret society unless we are obsessed with something.
Yes.
None of us really give a fuck about anything.
Well,
we just got to choose. Let's throw a dart at a phone book.
The thing is, it couldn't be the same thing, right? Like, they didn't want there to be two collectors or two gardeners. Like, they wanted to each be able to do their own thing.
Okay.
Anyway, Galactus predates all of them, like, before their... and also, he was probably still incubating while their civilizations rose and fell. Right, because remember, for billions of years between the Big Bang and Galen becoming Galactus, his ship was just flying around.
I do remember that now.
Yeah. Okay, so then here's...
So he saves Galactus.
He saves Galactus, yeah.
Okay, does that earn him any...
Well, yeah, Galactus removes the barrier, and he's free to come and go as he pleases.
Gotcha.
And then he's a cosmic guy for, like 200 issues throughout all of the 90s.
Cool.
So he can do all the, Thanos and Infinity Gem stuff.
How does he fare against all of that?
He's strong and good and very helpful.
Cool. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So then,
and doesn't go back to visit Zenla? Doesn't go back to visit Shalabah?
Things ultimately ended. He did go back, and that's when he proposed, but she had become Empress of the planet. And he didn't want to just sit there on the planet with her. And so that's why they didn't get married.
Why did he propose in the first place? Oh, because she was going to come with him?
No, like I don't know. He didn't. He was like, "Oh, I'm free. I'm going to go to Shalabal and we'll get married." But I guess because she was Empress, she couldn't. I don't know. Whatever. I didn't actually read that comic. I just read about it on Wikipedia. Sure. So Silver Surfer went through the Big Bang twice.
Okay.
because of time travel, and is in some ways the creator of the entire universe. So
I'm glad that this doesn't complicate things.
Okay, so
my favorite thing for you to introduce to a story when we've already been recording for, I'm going to say, about 3.5 hours at 1 a.m. or whatever time it is. My favorite thing is for you to then introduce time travel on a cosmic fucking scale.
Yeah. Exactly.
Cool.
Okay, so when Dan Slott, who you might recognize as the guy who wrote Spider-Man for 10 years, and he did the Superior Spider-Man, and he's a big Spider-Man guy. He's also the one who did She-Hulk and the Reckoning War, and he's done lots and lots and stuff for Marvel. So when Dan Slott got the Silver Surfer job in 2014, he was co-writing with his artist, who's Mike Allred. Who is the artist who created Dupe most famously.
Yes.
We all know Dupe. He's the weird green floating mutant who can't speak.
I'm sorry. I don't even have the beginning of an idea about what you're talking about.
He looks kind of like Slimer, like he's a green floating guy with tiny little arms, and he doesn't speak English. His word bubbles are always just like nonsense scribbles.
And this is a thing you're just inventing right now to fuck with me? Is that right?
His name's Dupe. He's one of the most famous X-Men.
No, stop. No.
Okay.
No.
He is
no. Not even as a joke is that true.
He is well known by people who don't read the comics because of how weird and iconic he is. He ends up on lots of lists. So people see him on memes in the internet and therefore know who he is, even if they haven't read a single comic with him in it.
Okay, but your definition of fame.
I know it. Famous is not really famous. He's well known.
I would argue that that's not even true.
He's
well known as Cyclops, Wolverine, Storm, Beast, Gambit, Professor X. Those are famous. B-list, Nightcrawler, Cypher.
Okay.
X-list is Dupe.
One of the best known characters that has never been adapted into a more mainstream media product.
Okay, when your caveats get that specific, we've reached a bizarre territory where we're not even arguing in good faith, I guess. Sure.
Point being, Mike Allred likes to do weird shit, and Dan Slott does great shit, but also weird shit sometimes. And the way that he pitched their Silver Surfer run to an audience is this is going to redefine the character in a way that when you talk about the Silver Surfer, you're going to say he was Norrin-Rad on Zenlaw until he became a Herald of Galactus. Then he turned on his master and got stuck on Earth for a long time. He got freed, and then this happened. And that will be a core component of who he is.
Oh, okay. Okay. That what you described is also just chronologically telling a story of a character.
Well, but
you're saying this is going to be
going to be on that level, right?
This isn't just a storyline.
Right.
This is a definitional moment in this character's history.
Right.
When you're coming up with, let's say, podcast episodes in which you have to explain the most important milestones of a character,
this will
be that.
Yeah.
Please tell me that the only reason you brought this up is because that didn't materialize.
Yes and no. Depends on how you define important, really.
Okay.
Okay, so let me just say this sentence.
Okay. And I mean, Sharnold, we've had a lot of good ones. We've had a lot of good ones just this episode.
How did
the whole conversation we had about pedophiles?
I do remember that.
I mean, okay.
How did incredulous Zed power the Empiricon?
Fuck.
He carved out the heart of the Never Queen.
Yep. Those are words. Sort of. I mean, Silver Surfer is not involved in that sentence at all.
No, he's not. But okay, so
okay. You know what? Okay. I dislike or am indifferent to almost every bit of that word salad.
Okay.
I like Never Queen.
The Never Queen. Yeah, she is the manifestation of possibility. Okay. We've talked about her a little bit.
Don't remember at all, but I like the name Never Queen.
All right, so Incredulous Zed. He's just
it's a great name.
Yeah,
fucking doesn't mean anything, but it's a great name.
He's an alien guy. Powered his Utopia city, with the Never Queen's heart. And exactly how he got it, I'm not entirely sure. But
he carved it out.
He carved it. He did. He carved it out. And the Never Queen kept trying to get it back. Obviously. So incredulous Zed had to continually recruit champions.
Stop saying incredulous Zed.
It's his fucking name.
Look, I know it is.
This is the name of this character.
I don't even know.
He's an alien.
That modifier means. Incredulous is. I mean, I know what it means, but I don't understand how you could be so incredulous that it becomes your signifier.
I mean, it might just be an alien mistranslation.
Okay.
Anyway, he has to keep hiring new champions to try to defend the city from the Never Queen. And the way that he does that is he has a machine that determines who your most important person is. Like the most important person to you and your life and your being. He can figure that out with his machine. Then he'll kidnap that person and say, now you have to do what I say because I've kidnapped your most important person.
That feels like not a sustainable plan.
Well, he does it over and over and over again. He's got a whole jail of most important peoples. And when he goes to get the Silver Surfer as his champion, the person that the machine gets is Dawn Greenwood. And that is Silver Surfer's reaction exactly.
Who the fuck is Dawn Greenwood?
She is a random Earth human that Silver Surfer has never met before. He saves her. And
it's just a random person.
She's just a random human female.
Okay.
And he takes her back to Earth and returns her to her home. And then an identical person comes out of her home. And Silver Surfer's like, Skrull! And prepares to attack. And Dawn looks at him like, what? And he's like, while you were away, you have been replaced by a shape-shifting imposter. And then Dawn was like, no, that's my twin sister. and... And the completely unfazed Dawn versus the way over the top but doesn't understand Silver Surfer is the comedy of this whole series. And basically, she starts traveling with him.
So she becomes important.
And they fall in love.
Okay.
And there's they go on lots of adventures together, and it's great. And maybe that's what Dan Slott meant. Like he's going to give Silver Surfer a partner that's like a
Doctor Who companion sort of.
Yeah. But what ends up happening?
well, I just want to say one thing that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
About incredulous Zed's dipshit fucking plan.
Yeah.
Is it any human would have worked.
No.
Yes.
Time travel's involved.
No, but still would have. Because I don't think that if Silver Surfer heard that someone had been kidnapped by this alien enemy and needed to be saved, he'd be like, no, that person can just die.
You're right. And whoever it was would end up being the person that he went on the time travel adventure with.
I mean, but not even necessarily that. I just mean
he could have just kidnapped anyone.
He could have just kidnapped anybody.
It didn't have to be an important
wouldn't let him die.
Yeah.
And if Silver Surfer learned that he was just kidnapping people, I feel he would also have interceded in that circumstance.
Yeah, Dawn actually helped with a large prison break to get everybody free.
So it's interesting because no matter what, Silver Surfer was probably going to help and stop that, regardless if it was important to him or not.
Yeah.
But it's a terrible plan. Because if you were trying to get a champion who wasn't heroic, right? And your machine could, I guess, see into projected futures, right? Because that's sort of it was the most important person, but not yet. That's not going to work for anybody who isn't a hero.
Well, that's the thing. It wasn't seeing into projected futures. It was reading a different Silver Surfer.
Oh, okay.
So because of time travel,
okay,
the Silver Surfer thrice exists.
Oh boy.
And so
thrice.
Yes, thrice.
Okay.
But the two of his versions stay hidden, but they are still there.
Okay.
So Dawn's dad ends up dying while they're out traveling. And she wants to go see him one more time. And so they decide to go back in time. But there's a problem because recently Dr. Doom was God. And when Dr. Doom was God, the entire universe reset. And so
I like the idea of Silver Surfer not wanting to help. Because last time he showed me a picture of space. And I'm I don't know how to explain how this happened, but I'm embarrassed. But then he hit me with a cosmic defibrillator and stole all my powers. So I just try to shy away from that whole situation.
Yeah. He does call Doom like one of the greatest villains and like doesn't want anything to do with him. So I mean he at least acknowledges the situation. So anyway, they accidentally...
Imagine how scary you have to be for someone
who's the Silver Surfer. Yeah.
Be like, oh, no. I'm good. I'm just going to sit this one out. Thank you. I'm good.
Yeah.
And like rightfully so.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts. Anyway.
So he accidentally goes back too far, all the way to the 6th universe. And they end up settling on Ta, Galen's planet. Mm-hmm. And the only way, because they're now trapped in a previous universe, the only way to get back to their universe is to go through the Big Bang inside Galen's ship. So Dawn dies of old age on Ta, but Silver Surfer doesn't, and so he sneaks aboard Galen's ship and goes through the Big Bang. And it's while he is going through the Big Bang that he imbues eternity with the power cosmic. And so the reason that the power cosmic manifests as red with black dots is because Dawn always wore a red ladybug dress.
What is that? What?
All right, so if you go back to the first appearance of Galactus, which I'll show you real quick. The power cosmic manifests like this.
Oh, I see.
It's red with black dots.
Right. But originally that was just how you drew energy, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's just Kirby Crackle.
Yeah.
Just standard Kirby Crackle that was colored red for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But
not for whatever reason. It's because Don Greenwood.
Well, yeah.
When a writer is writing a story, you're a writer.
I've written a story.
Yeah. Do you think that the resorting to time travel is at the beginning of the story, like that's planned, or do you think they get to a point in the story and oh fuck, I guess I've written myself into a time travel corner?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This feels like Dan planned it from the start.
Right.
Because wanting to explain why...
Because the Galactus' origin was too boring and straightforward.
Wanting to explain why the power cosmic manifests as red with black dots is the sort of thing that Dan Slott would want to do. And Dawn has since her first appearance was modeled as red with black dots. And I can't imagine that that's a coincidence. I have to imagine that this is always where he was going with the story.
So wildly specific.
That's the sort of thing he likes to do. That's one of the things I love about him.
Okay.
Is that he takes really specific things like that and then tells a story about it.
I don't hate it in any way.
Yeah.
Even with it being time travel, I don't hate it. But I also don't know if it had the kind of impact that...
Well, see, I agree because Dawn isn't there anymore. So after Silver Surfer goes through the Big Bang and imbues eternity with the power cosmic, he hides, right? He's immortal.
Yeah.
So he just kind of hides, trying not to interfere. And he disguises himself as just some guy. And he goes and visits Dawn while she's 8 years old.
Okay, come on. This is okay.
How is that a motif of today's episode?
I mean, it fucking shouldn't be. I mean, the fact that that's what we were able to come full circle on is...
Anyways, the point is, now that Silver Surfer has gone back through time and reached the present again, he's just himself, and Dawn is no longer there. And so... it's very easy to not talk. This ended up just being a single adventure that you don't necessarily need to talk about in order to discuss who is Silver Surfer. Right? Like, yeah, for a while he had this girl that he traveled with, and they ended up going through time together, and she ended up being the reason the power cosmic is colored the way it is. But again, even though that happened over the course of like 3 years, it's still just like his status quo, now that story is over, is unfazed.
Right.
Right?
Why? Okay. Why did he go back to meet her when she was 8?
I don't know. I was just flipping through it. I didn't actually read it.
Okay.
But like, okay, so there was this.
That's true. I guess you couldn't have predicted where this conversation would go.
There was a mysterious guy that had been.
I'm assuming that it's only creepy in the context of the conversation we were having earlier.
Yes.
Like, I feel like in the comic, it probably wasn't a creepy grooming thing.
No. Dawn doesn't know who he is when he comes to visit her. And he doesn't...
I mean, is he still a giant silver person?
No.
Okay.
So he has disguised himself as just a guy.
Got it. Okay. So it's not even like she could have known when he saved her in the future that was the same person.
Not at all. No.
Okay, so then we're good. There's no child grooming involved.
No, so throughout the story, there was this mysterious guy that was following them and doing some narrating, but like intangibly, like they never knew he was there. And it turns out it was Silver Surfer having come full circle. So
okay.
Anyway,
I mean, that's not as nearly as creepy as I was worried it would be.
So then after that, he goes back in time again to the beginning of the universe to fight Null. He accidentally falls through a black hole, which takes him back, quote,
I hate it when that
millennia.
That doesn't feel like long enough.
But there's like only a couple stars. And this is something that I thought was really cool, that's kind of hard for me to wrap my mind around, is that where he was, the cosmos was extremely dark, because even though there were stars off in the distance, their light hadn't gotten that far yet.
Oh, that's
so he was engulfed in pure darkness, and he could sense with his power cosmic that there were stars out there, not many, but he couldn't see them because their light literally hadn't traveled that far yet. I thought that was cool.
That's kind of interesting. Yeah, that's a neat little tidbit.
Yeah. So anyway, he fights Null. He teams up with Ego, the living planet. It turns out that Galactus's incubator got stuck inside Ego. And Silver Surfer thought about killing him, but then the Watcher came to him and was like, "Come on, man, you can't do that." And Norrin was like, "I guess you're right." So he pulls Galactus out and sends him on his way to continue floating and incubating. And then Ego helps. He uses cosmic telepathy to gather light from across everything, which Silver Surfer is able to use to help defeat Null. And somehow in this, Silver Surfer disperses his molecules and is the life essence that gave birth to each of the planets that he led Galactus to. And Zenlaw. And so he was like, well, now I'm at peace. And then let me just read this. It sums it all up with a good summation. You like a good summation, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
And then, from death, life. Over eons, my atoms fall like seeds across the galaxy, giving life to those planets I watched die. My consciousness scattered. I am aware of their mighty breath, giving chase to the winds of infinity. I watch as the ice giant Massacron forms around the tiniest flickering heat of my dying form. I sense, in the thing I once was, the lowing creation howls of Eleanor 143, its beautiful birth into a world that does not deserve its songs. In the blackest realms of a sector unnamed, I feel the creation myths stringing together on a world that will be Dravenbar, understanding at last why they worshipped a silver god. Over and over, world across world, I have become such wondrous things. That is sort of the summary of
the ending
there. Yeah. So anyway, it's called Silver Surfer Black. It's a 5-issue miniseries. I thought it was really good, and it's trippy and cosmic in the way that a Silver Surfer comic should be. But again, so then that Silver Surfer slowly reassembled his atoms throughout time until once again he came back to the present. Except now he's black instead of silver, because of like the color. Yeah. So yeah, thrice the Silver Surfer has lived through, or I guess only twice.
I'm sure there's a third in there.
Starting when Norrin Rad was born, since there have been 3 of him. But he's existed since the dawn of time, or since the dawn of the 7th universe, as well as millennia ago.
And the 6th universe.
And the 6th universe, yeah.
You know what's weird, though? This still made more sense than
anything we talked about last week.
Yeah.
Well, sure, because the Silver Surfer, even though he's a weird cosmic character, fundamentally he's a human going on adventures.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas Galactus fundamentally is some weird fucking Jack Kirby space force.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
And yeah, it's different.
Oh man. Okay. Well,
so I was gonna spin the wheel of segments.
No,
but
we aren't.
I think we might have talked too much about pedophiles.
There's no good response for me. Because if I say yes, we did, it implies that we're giving pedophiles a bad rap. And if I say no, we didn't, it implies I want to talk a lot more about pedophiles. Neither of those are correct. So let's just cut our losses. Save the wheel for next episode.
Yeah.
Next episode, I think we're going to be talking a little bit more about.
I got nothing.
Okay,
nope. This
good.
is as far as we got.
Okay. Well, if you guys have any questions, comments, compliments, as my son says, or concerns, you can email us doombotspod@gmail.com. You can hit us up on the website is doombotspod.com, and all social media is at doombotspod. And listen to this segment that we got. It's short and it's asking you to do a thing. I'm not going to tell you what that thing is because you have to listen to that thing and then be surprised. And join us in 2 weeks for another episode that's going to involve content.
Mystery episode.
Yeah. And I don't promise, but I will try very hard to not at all bring up pedophiles.
Wait, no, don't. We'll lose so much of our audience if... Hey, it's that clip we play at the end of each episode.
Have you memorized it yet? You can say it along with us if you like.
If you like our stuff, when we talk to you and whatnot, and you want to support our plans for world domination, then we need you to enlist in Doom's army of disposable minions.
Yeah, uh-huh. So what does that mean in our actual real world?
Emails.
Right. We want to send you a weekly update about our recording schedule and hopefully other stuff like events or videos.
Plus, you get an exclusive bonus episode
featuring my wife.
My wife.
Oh, sweet Jesus Christ.
About the last 20 years of X-Men crossovers.
It really is the best way to let us know that you're listening.
And that you love us.
And I need to know that you love me. I need it. So go to our website, doombotspod.com.
That's Doom as in Dr. Doom, bots as in robots.
Because there are 2 of us.
Yes, and pod as in podcast.
And com as in the internet communication, compliant, communism.
It stands for commercial, but whatever.
Oh, yes, okay.
Just enter your email and wahaha, you are Dooms. With your help, nothing can stop us.
Or him, because we are him. Because we're the 2, but this meta narrative gets really confusing sometimes. Anyway, I kind of fucked that up. Should we say it again?
No. If you missed it, you have to wait till we play it again next episode.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, a preemptive thank you, but you can't redeem it until you do the thing.
Yeah, that's how redeeming things works.
Stay tuned for outtakes.
What outtakes, though?
Like the little fun, dumb clips at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
And remember, stop talking about pedophiles!
I mean, it's gross. It's gross. And
was John Grisham the one?
Yes, he was. Did we ever use that content?
Were we even recording at the time?
I don't know.
Or were you just talking to me?
Shit. It might be worth... No pedophiles. No pedophiles.